Hey everyone, I'm heading to Correc with Jitesh right now because he is meeting me there to play some badminton and I'm running because I think I might miss my bus. I'm going to shoot with this GoPro because they do not allow the big camera obviously in Correc, and I think it's gonna rain, so I don't want to carry it. This is waterproof, so this will be just fine. This is actually a good test of this camera's stabilization as well, because they call it hyper stabilized, so I really want to see how it turns out to be. Correc is not the closest. It's I think like 1.5 miles, almost 2 miles from here, so it's not preferable to walk there. I'm taking the bus. It'll drop me right, not right outside, but like a street away from Correc, which is not that far. Thank you. So right behind me is the France Purdue Recreational Center, or a short form of that is Correc. Correc is where like there's gym, there's wall climbing, there's pool, there's tennis courts, badminton, you name a sport and it'll be there. And it's such a good property because everything is under one roof. It doesn't matter if it's snowing because there's laps around as well so that you can run. And yeah, every sports. Let me just give you a quick tour of Correc because I don't know if I've ever done that. Okay, these are the badminton courts. There's a volleyball court in the middle, and there are a couple of badminton courts on the upper floor as well, right? But this is pretty good. It gets a little sweaty, but I think they maintain it pretty well. So the gym is right outside. So we can rent out basketballs, squash rackets, badminton, volleyballs, table tennis as well. And yeah, you can rent out as many as you want every day, and it's pretty much free. They actually charge us $125 per semester, but it's actually not that bad compared to the facilities they're giving. Alright, we are trying to do a half court shot. Mar. So these are the basketball courts. So there are like 3 basketball courts that side, 3 basketball courts here. But the real games, they don't happen here. There's a Mackey Arena, which is near the stadium at Purdue. That is where all the real games happen. It's like a big stadium. 3, 2, 1, go. So here are 3 courts, and here is one other court, and there is the recreational pool. There's a bigger temperature controlled pool that side, which like obviously camera is not allowed, but it's an Olympic size pool, so all the racings and events happen there. Yeah, there are some vending machines here, and we're gonna return our ball. Here is our ID. Squash and racquetball courts are right here, and there are badminton courts right opposite to the squash courts, but I'll show you the squash courts first. So here's the squash courts. Yep. What people do here is like they play volleyball as well, and you can set up some poles in the net here. So they do play volleyball here. And yeah, this whole white part, like this white frame, is movable. For example, in this one, they have moved this inside so that according to the measurements of the game, you can just take it back and take it forward. I think the measurements for racquetball and squash is different, and that's why they have to have this conversion kind of thing. And tables. I'm not sure if these are the only tables which we have, but there is probably more of these. Also, this is like a multi-purpose room. So I think for this half of the room, they use it for fencing. Fencing is that fancy sports which you see in boarding schools and stuff. Okay, so behind us is atrium track. Because it's so cold outside in Indiana, it's not possible for them to run all year long, so they made this whole track where you can run. It's probably a 400 meters lap, and they have made these lines, so if you're running slow you can obviously turn to your left, and then if you're running very fast you can go on the rightmost lane, and there's a track direction written there so that everybody runs in one direction and nobody collapses in one another. 3 more basketball courts here. I didn't know we had more basketball courts here. They probably have like some multi-activity rooms here, again for the dance classes, Zumba classes and all of that. Swing Dance Society, Yoga Foundations, Yoga Flow, Yoga High Intensity Interval Training and Power Flow. So yeah, if there are rooms, if you want to do different activities, you can just go and register yourself on the Purdue Correc portal and go right away. I'm gonna go down to the gym and run for a while because I'm trying to do the 5K every day thing. And are you going? Okay, I'm heading out now. We'll go home and do some work, but that was the whole tour of Correc. I hope you like this one. Let's just go home.